What is up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm having so much fun talking and playing today. I'm just gonna keep it rolling. We got Da to the motherfucking Qiao today. Oh no. No items and no bodyguards. With a character that already does not do an incredible amount of damage. Let's use the Dynasty Warriors 3 outfit for a little bit of nostalgia. Like Dynasty Warriors 4 ain't a fucking nostalgia thing in itself.
There, I see him. What are you doing?
There, I see him. How exactly does he reckon this is a him? It's kind of looks like oh shit, I remember this one. Boy, I fucking hate this mission. Oh boy, I think this is going to probably be another marathon episode. I'm afraid. We shall see. We shall see. I think, I don't know, this also might be one where you can kind of run to the end. I can't remember exactly. It's actually not going terrible so far. But I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm vibing, man. I've had a good day so far. I talked with my mom for a long time today. That's something I haven't really... It's something I used to do a lot that I kind of got out of the habit of when I moved out. And I hate that because I've always gotten along with my parents very well. Of course, I get along with my dad very well. But I've always been very, very close with my mother. I kind of have gotten out of the habit of talking to her, and I hate that because, you know, I kind of, I know that nothing is guaranteed. You know, you never know really how much time you have left. I had a guy who, an acquaintance of mine, who works at another store, but I met him several times, and I went to his retirement party. He's been semi-retired for probably 5 or 6 months, you know, and Friday, he was doing fine, you know. He felt fine all day, and him and his wife were sitting talking about what they were going to have for supper, and he suddenly was like, man, I don't feel good. They were sitting there talking about ordering fucking pizza, and I know this because I heard this story his wife told us. They were sitting and talking about getting pizza. He's like, man, I don't feel good. And in just a couple minutes, he went from feeling fine to not feeling well, and he had a heart attack and died right then. And he was only in his early 60s, and he was not in the greatest of health, but he had been feeling better, and, you know, he went just like that. It's really fun. If you ask me, anyway, I talked to my mom for a long time today. I really enjoyed that. She told me some stuff I didn't know about some of my family, and, you know, about her pregnancy with me. I was a high-risk pregnancy. My mom and dad had me when he was 42 and she was 38 years old. And, you know, generally, that makes for very high-risk pregnancy, especially with her history of miscarriages and my dad's issues that he had. They for a long time, you know, that she had gotten pregnant a few times, and every time it unfortunately had a bad ending. And you know, they ended up adopting my brother and sister, and you know, they went a long time just like that, you know, and they really seriously tried for a long time. They got the fertility treatments. They you know, they still wanted to have at least one kid just of their own naturally. Just something both of them have had wanted to do for forever. And, you know, they paid for all the fertility treatments. You know, they followed the diet. They lost weight. My dad never quit drinking, but he cut back. My mom never quit smoking, but she cut back. And even still, with all that, she was never able to get pregnant. And so they decided, well, you know, they're both very religious. Well, my dad more so. His thinking was that they were not allowed to have children because they were meant to adopt and give a home to a couple kids who the people that brought them into the world weren't very good. Weren't very good people. And they really needed a loving home. And Dad said that he always felt like God had made it that way so that my brother and sister would get adopted and be put in a home where they'd really get taken care of. And that's a lovely thought. I don't claim to know everything. I personally don't believe in that stuff, but it's a lovely thought. And regardless of thinking, I guess, it did work out that way. But they had completely given up on having kids, so when my mom turned up pregnant, with their ages being what they were, and their situation being what they were, there's what it was, so to speak. And the history of miscarriages, you know, when they were at a healthy age. You know, both of them were terrified, absolutely terrified that something would go wrong or that there'd be something wrong with me. Not if I had some type of disability or something, they wouldn't love me, but having a disabled child can be challenging. You know, it's not really fair to pretend that it's not, in my opinion. Doesn't mean you're a bad person for feeling that way. It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. And, you know, but they're thinking, oh, well, she's not even going to be able to have this kid. It's, you know, going to have a miscarriage or something's going to go wrong or whatever. So, they were terrified. But then, several months went by, nothing went wrong, and several months went by, nothing went wrong, and they were able to do and I forget, she told me the name of it, but they can withdraw some fluid from the mother, and based off of that fluid, they can identify potential issues with the baby or the mom. And after they did that procedure, they called my mom, said, you are healthy, the baby is healthy. You know, as of right now, it looks like everything's going to be fine. And Mom said how she just wept and wept and wept with joy. And that's something she never told me before. And, you know, as somebody, I really, you know, I hope, and I like to think, as much as anybody can be sure, that I would be a good dad. I want to be a dad. I know that for certain. I want it to be with the right person. And I thought I was with the right person. And, you know, that didn't, none of that really worked out the way that I wanted it to. But I loved her kids. And her 6-year-old was, you know, calling me dad and stuff. I love him. I loved her kids. I really did. I still love them too. as much as I loved her, I loved the kids. I knew I'd always thought that I wanted to be a dad, but as much as they did upset me at times, I couldn't help but to care for them, and taking care of them became very easy, much easier than I thought it would actually. Uh, but there's a lot that can go wrong. The whole thing is very personal. It's one of the most physically and emotionally taxing, challenging things, but I think anybody can do in their life. And I understand why people would not want to or choose not to, but I can tell you that it's definitely something that I want to do. Once again, so long as I can make sure that I'm having a baby with somebody that I want to have a baby with. But I so enjoyed hearing those stories today. It really put a lot of things into perspective for me, and it was a lovely story. I kind of got teary-eyed while I'm talking about it because I could tell from her talking about it, she was there, in her mind. It was like she was there, and she was getting emotional talking about it, and
Die, Sun Ce! Fire!
My lord!
What good is conquering the land if you're not there to enjoy it with me?
No! You can't do this!
Sorry, gotta go.
No! Lord Sun Ce!
Qiao, you're the best. See ya.
No! No! Lord Sun Ce!
Yes! Sun Ce has been eliminated!
You will not escape! My lord's death will be avenged!
all right.
Enemy officer defeated!
Okay. Calm down. I see a captain there that's pretty low on health. Ooh, he's lower. Okay. Darn. Okay, I know he doesn't drop anything, so I'll just sidestep him. We're going to be hearing that a lot, I think. Oh boy. That's not health. Okay. So this one on the current save I don't think is winnable. How long has this one been going? 16 minutes. I think I'm just gonna say fuck this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. This one is truly awful. I'm trying to think back to when exactly that guy spawned. Okay. Is he somebody that I passed? Or did he spawn there after the cutscene? I feel like I killed every loyalist along the way. I'm gonna bench this one. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye, heard out.